He's gonna turn it off with us. Oh, there's so much noise.
You heard that loud, huh?
Yeah, so many things. So many things happening. So many things that could have been changed. We are all in a singularity. This is all nothing but a simulation. Understand? His face. He's like,
I was gone for 5 seconds. This man talking about the singularity. He said, we're all a singularity.
so don't you get right by our high mind? This is done by simulation.
You are Neo. This is the Matrix. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the last episode of the ParablePreacher podcast, the season finale, bro. How do you feel, Blake?
Man,
I'm Jordan.
Who? This season right here, thus far, has been really good.
Nice, man.
And the pacing was really good.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And hopefully you guys who are watching and listening have been enjoying this content, because we work hard on this stuff, guys. This ain't we don't diddle dally with this stuff. We don't twiddle our thumbs on this. We work hard for this stuff to bring you guys this heat.
And it is amazing. Yes. Like I said, I'm Jordan. Today we have.
What's up, everybody? It is your co-host Blake. What's good?
Yes, sir. How you doing, dog? Let me get a whole thing, dog. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Just how you been, man? How you been in general, dog? In general. Don't worry, I'll be asking questions throughout this episode. But how you doing? Just overall.
No, honestly, guys, I've been really good. Yeah, I think I've been really good this whole season. Usually, like, in some parts of the season, I'll be having my little down moments, whatever, though. But no, I've been feeling like I'm on the come up, man. Like, I got the girlfriend. She's been the best thing in my life thus far. I couldn't ask nothing better. Done with school.
Okay.
I got a job that's paying the bills and everything, and I can still go out and do stuff if I want. I still want a better job, whatever, though, but I can't complain about my current job.
Okay.
So, God's really been blessing me quite a bit. I just feel content right now.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not trying to get too comfortable, though, but I'm content.
And that's what you're supposed to be. Like, we always mention, Paul. Shout out to Paul. That's one person I can't wait to see in that big row.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Paul.
Man.
I cannot wait to talk to Paul when I get to heaven, bro.
Conversations with that man.
For real.
I'm like, what did you see? I want to know everything, blah, blah. He's like, man, I don't remember that life no more, man. I just remember being in heaven. I'm like, oh.
It's been so long. I don't know. Just grab the book. It's all there.
Like, is it accurate representation? He's like, oh, yeah, man, this is an accurate representation of everything. Yeah.
All scripture God breathed is worthy of it. Yeah. Don't worry. It's okay.
Oh, he's spitting fire.
Oh, this man's spitting.
Right.
This man's spitting.
What's that video where they had that one dude? He just sitting there. I was like, oh. Yeah. And he's just like chilling. That'd be Paul that else in heaven when he says something. He's like, oh.
For real though. But yeah, like we always mention Paul, right?
Mm-hmm.
He always said be content, bro. And it was never that he was settling. He was always learning, growing in God, putting God first.
Yeah.
But being content means that no matter what's going on in your life, you're going to be good. Whether you're starving right now and you're looking for your next meal, whether you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have an abundance of cash, you're looking for a job, you're jobless, whatever it is, no matter what, you know that God's with you.
Yeah.
And my fault, microphone, you good? Okay, for sure. But no matter what, He's with you and you're going to be okay. That's what being content is. So it's good that you're not settling.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people think content means just coasting. Which I think it's never, in my opinion, it's never okay to coast through life. It means you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing God a disservice, and you're not living up to your full potential.
Exactly.
If God wanted you just to be like a bump on a log, just like a bench warmer, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be on this planet. Your job would be done. But you're still here, which means He still has a lot more left for you. You know what I mean?
There's a whole lot of game left.
There's a whole lot of game left. That's my guy Luka Doncic said, bro. That's where we got that from. But there's a whole lot of game left for y'all. There's a whole lot of game left for us. You know what I'm saying? ParablePreacher just started, bro.
Yeah, for real.
And this is the 3rd season, bro.
4th?
No, well, season finale. So yeah, this 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's math. For sure. But yeah, man. I think the moment you start to just settle and coast is when you are doing you're playing yourself essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It means you've given up in trying, and yeah, trying means you're gonna fail. Trying means it's going to get hard at times, but get past that. You know what I mean? Get past that to be who you need to be for someone you haven't met yet, someone you're going to impact for the people in your life now. Because God, like we said before, our story is not just our own. It's for the next person.
Yeah.
The next person. You know what I mean? And I always just say, like, what if Saul didn't become Paul? Like, what if Saul just stayed Saul even after God reached out to him? Because God reached out to him, you know, we see that Saul was blinded.
Yeah.
And it forced him to change and think, right? But there's a lot of times within our own stories that God hits us with something blinding, bro. A tragedy, a hardship or whatever. And instead of changing, sometimes we stay the same.
That's true.
So what if Saul never became Paul? You can't give up on yourself. You know what I mean? You're doing yourself a disservice, and we wouldn't have a lot of books in the Bible if Saul never became Paul.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just even like what you were saying.
Huh?
Well, I can't talk right now. Anyways, it was interesting how you were saying how God hits all of us with something,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, sometimes we don't change after getting hit. Sometimes we do change.
Yeah.
And it's always like, I guess, that long story. Now it's like, hey, what could have been if I actually went along with this? What could have been if I won the lottery? What could have been if I dated this girl instead of this other girl? What could have been if I waited a little bit longer before I got my car? You know, or what could have been if I don't know. You fill in the blank for you was watching, listening. You just fill in the blank. Like, what could have been if you did this? Because we all are known to have, I guess you could say, a regret in our life. Or have like someone in our life like, oh man, that was the one that got away or something.
Yeah,
like everyone has some type of regret about something or someone in life.
True.
Granted, I don't have that regret about someone, but I got the regret about some things. Just like wishing that like I started like took college seriously early on.
Okay.
You know, and I would have been done with it
yeah.
in my career already probably, instead of like trying to get in my career now.
Okay.
That'd be like my only regret. I wish I like changed. You know,
Okay.
but at the same time, it's like if I started earlier in my career, would I still be spiritually as strong as I am now? You know, it's one of those things like, hey, I could have more money though, but would I be having more money, like more stocks up in heaven? You know, like.
Ooh, I like the way you phrase that.
I gotta have my stocks in heaven. You know, it's like I got more time to serve still, to help other people in the church, whatever.
Yeah.
To help people on this platform. You know.
Exactly.
That's like, you know, I wasn't like always serving myself. You know, I chose God in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, He's still gonna bless me with like the job that I may need. It might be the
definitely.
job that I may personally want though.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be the job that I need. You know.
True,
That's gonna be
true,
better for
true.
me and my household. You know, Lord willing. So you know, it's just one of the things like what could have been if we chose different paths.
Yeah, they call it the butterfly effect, right?
I don't like that effect.
But it's crazy. It's very true. I forgot what we were talking about. My wife and I were talking about she said I wish I could go back in time and invest in stocks, right? I feel like everyone thinks about that. Or once you find out the lottery numbers, you're like, dang, if only I would have known that beforehand, yada yada, right? But that changes everyone dramatically.
Yeah.
Like if my wife would have, you know, invested in certain stocks or whatever, and she would have had a lot of money, she wouldn't be working at the place and where we met.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a wife who I love and care about. We wouldn't have a baby. You know what I'm saying? It does change a lot once you change one little thing. So I think it's important. And one thing I try to preach here is don't look down on your past. Here, I'm about to turn it off real quick.
He's gonna turn it off real quick, guys. Oh, there's so much noise.
You heard that loud, huh?
Yeah, so many things. So many things happening. So many things that could have been changed. We are all in a singularity. This is all nothing but a simulation. Understand? His face. He's like,
I was gone for 5 seconds. This man talking about the singularity. He said, we're all a singularity.
So they should get right by our high mind. This is done by simulation.
You are Neo. This is the Matrix. This dude, I was gone for legit 5 seconds, bro. And this man.
That turd.
Freak, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but don't look down on your journey, on your past. People say, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I wouldn't have. But you wouldn't be where you are right now. And yes, I understand when it comes to trauma, like a very traumatic experience, how you wish that never occurred. That makes a lot of sense to me. Nah, but for real, I think once you but once you start looking down upon it, you start to again minimize where God's taking you already. You know what I mean? The person that God wants you to be, and how you wouldn't be that person today if you hadn't gone through that. And like Blake said, he's content, but he's not settling. You know what I'm saying?
Never settle.
So there's a difference, but we need to stop looking down upon where we've been, and we've said that before. Oh yeah, and this episode is kind of like a recap, just a talk between, a talk amongst the Parable Squad. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? You good? All right. I love you. I love you. Yes, you. So we just gonna be kind of just like, I'm telling Tiffany. Oh. I gotta get out of here. But so we're just gonna be talking, giving advice, talking about our lives, talking about what's going on, stuff like that. By the time y'all are watching this, Lord's willing, baby Gianna's already here.
You guys will be in tears.
Baby Gianna's already here. Here's a picture. Psych, y'all ain't seen no picture, dog. I'm not posting pictures. We already talked about that. Just because, that's me. Posting one picture in 2 years. After that, we'll see what happens. That's just the way I view life. I feel like we share too much on social media. If y'all look up my social media, psych, y'all not getting that either. No, it's right here. I don't care. But if y'all look it up, it has nothing on there except for some stories. And I feel like I just share too much over my social media history.
Fair.
Like those Facebook memories are very embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. Like I'm over here like on social media crying about some woman, dog. Like, come on, bro. Come on, dog. You're sharing too much, dog.
That was the early stages of how social media was toxic for everyone.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Now everyone just puts up fake facades. Now it's like, oh yeah, my life is good. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly. And now we feel like we gotta keep up with other people.
Yeah.
Pretend like our life is perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why we have this platform. Which is why we have this platform where it's all transparent.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean? That's fair.
No jokes. You get it? Transparent.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't see him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, like I just think, and the reason I said all that is because I just want y'all to understand that this is like just an
amalgamation.
Yeah,
amalgamation.
That's a word I've never said out loud apparently.
Man, amalgamation. A compilation of all. There we go. I was like, we need to think of an easier word. That's close.
Yeah, he edited that to perfection. I already know. He played us, dog. But it's essentially like just us shooting the breeze and everything. And I think once a season, we need that to where we're able to answer some of y'all questions, just talk in general, stuff like that. But just gotta let y'all know that we are not Bible scholars.
Ooh.
We are not ordained ministers. We're two Bible. That threw me off. That was good. Keep going. Keep going with the clip. We are not Bible scholars.
No.
We are not ordained ministers. We are two ministers in training.
There we go.
Who have a good amount of knowledge.
Yup.
Which we'd like to share with the world.
We do.
The goal is not to modernize the Bible, y'all.
Nope.
It's to bring our modern day trials and tribulations to the Bible and to the scriptures.
Yes, sir.
So we can get that biblical and scriptural education and application for our day-to-day lives.
Served.
Yes, sir. But yeah, y'all, just don't look down on your past. Getting back to that, because I feel like a lot of people do. A lot of people wish they had time machines. You don't need a time machine.
Yep.
Get better for the future. Oh, we're still doing that for sure.
Sure.
But just get better for the future. You already know what you wish you worked on in the past.
Yep.
So get better for the future. Get better for the next time. So you don't have to say what if.
Oh.
Want me to ask you a question?
Hit it.
So, dog, if you could, and we had alluded to this question last time.
Okay.
If you could talk to, you know what, I'm going to include biblical figures as well.
Okay.
Give me 3 people that you cannot wait to talk to in heaven.
Oh, this will be interesting. All right. So, I think we talked about this one before, though, but Enoch, for sure. I want to talk to that man.
Ooh.
I need to talk to that man.
True.
I need to talk to David.
Oh, you love some David. I feel it, though.
He's so relatable, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
And then probably... I was gonna say Paul up. I'm gonna choose somebody else though.
Okay. I feel like that's too obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Peter.
I feel like Peter gets played a lot. One, we clown, like we don't clown Peter, but we kind of clown Peter.
Yeah.
Every time we talk with the sword, him denying Jesus. I don't know Jesus, man.
Right.
I don't know him. And then the rooster crow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we do lightweight clown Peter. He doesn't get enough credit. You're right.
Yeah.
He wrote a good amount of books in the Bible.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of people I want to talk to in the Bible too. Even more beyond that though. But I feel like those people, I'm like, no. He's like, y'all. I need to talk to y'all.
Okay.
About specific parts in your story. Okay. I need to know your life story. And I'm gonna sit down. We got all eternity. Tell me about every little detail.
Yes.
Don't leave nothing out.
I feel like they're gonna get tired though.
We're in heaven, bro. You ain't gonna get tired. They just keep going.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, man.
I agree with that. Those 3 are good. For me, I'm trying to talk to John. I want to know what made John one of the disciples that Jesus loved the most. The most. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, why were they so close? Like, what brought them so close to each other? You know what I mean? Because essentially, the way I equate it is David and Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say they were that close, but if you're close to Jesus, you must be. You know what I mean? You must be someone special, dog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I want to talk to John. Who else do I want to talk to? I want to talk to Adam. I got some things to ask Adam, bro, because he lived a good life, but I want to know what he was thinking when he partook. You know what I mean? And that's something we can ask ourselves a lot. Like, dang, what were you thinking when you sinned? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we're not thinking, but this is the decent. You know, you were the first human. So I want to know like how it felt to talk to God. Obviously, won't be able to talk to God too. But you know what I mean? Like to be the only one at that point in time. I want to. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I add one more thing?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to talk to Judas.
Well,
yeah, we know we ain't gonna make it because he killed himself.
I was about to say, I don't think he up in heaven, but I feel you. Continue.
I want to talk to that man.
Okay.
Bro, like, did you know what was gonna happen? Like,
true.
And at the same time, like, if you knew what was gonna happen, though, would you change your decision? Granted, like, it had to be done because it was written, though. But
yeah. You didn't have to be the one.
Yeah, it's like, could it have been someone else though? That it had to be you?
Yeah.
Like, what was it in you from the start that was like it was just had to be you? Granted, he was like into the money and stuff that too, though.
I think he was greedy, like extremely greedy, like Mr. Krabs.
And I wanted to like, so if Jesus pretty much knows everything though. Like, obviously he knew Judas was greedy like that, but yet he still took him on. Was it just in hopes to maybe change the man, or to make sure that like he was greedy enough to like, okay, he's gonna betray me at one point, just to make sure that everything's gonna be fulfilled at the right time?
I don't think it's the second one because that's like setting him up for failure. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's true. And so it's like, you know, Jesus let's set people up for failure though.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it was written like it had to be done that way. So it's like, was Judas set to be set for failure to begin with? No matter what?
I think the way the prophecies work is it talks about someone that they already have it with inside it, already have it inside of them. You know what I mean? So it's a prophecy about someone who already has a greedy soul, already is loves the Savior Jesus, but then loves the money more. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been someone else. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was Judas because he had all that stuff within him, and he was right place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Wrong place, right time. Right place, wrong time. Yeah.
I got a question for you with that.
Oh, hold on. Let me hear my other two.
You get Jason?
Go ahead. I want a question.
Okay. Do you think if any of the disciples found Judas after the betrayal, Do you think
throw their hands?
No. Do you think they could have tried to redeem him?
Oh,
before he killed himself.
Oh, that's hitting home. That's hitting home.
Because he was definitely remorseful if he would have been that far to kill himself after the fact.
And it says he was remorseful.
Yeah.
Scripture, right? Cool. But it does say he was remorseful. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think so.
You don't think he can be redeemed?
I think he could be, but I don't think he had it within himself. I think
he
had
forgive
already.
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He had already committed the sin, essentially, besides the first sin. You know what I'm saying? He had already betrayed Jesus, dog. You know what I'm saying?
He sent that man to death, man.
Exactly.
For what was it, 30 shekels of silver or something like that?
30 pieces of silver, yeah, man. Which was the amount for a common slave back in biblical times.
That's
crazy, bro. Like crazy. Like Jesus died for our sins, but he died for the amount that a common slave was worth. Like, just think about that, bro. We over here complaining about minimum wage, and Jesus died for minimum wage, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Craziness. But I think keeping all of that stuff in mind, I don't think he had it within him to forgive himself. That's why he did what he did. That's why he committed himself. I think if he hadn't committed suicide, if he hadn't committed suicide, I think he could have had not his own book, but like a more historic.
Don't think about it.
No, I gotta think about it. Okay, anyway, but I think that his story could have gone on more, and it could have been more about Jesus in the Bible, because that sin wasn't unforgivable. It was the fact that he had committed suicide, which means he gave up on himself, which means he gave up on God, which he had already given up on, the Son, God the Son, but he gave up on God to the fact that what I've done is unforgivable, even though God forgives. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Which is why that is the unforgivable sin. Because you're taking it out of God's hands at that point. You know what I mean?
That's true.
What were you about to say?
I was just saying, back to your two that you were choosing.
Oh yeah,
go way off topic more.
Well, I mean, this episode's whatever. You know what I mean? There's just gonna be a whole bunch of nuggets for y'all. And I ain't talking chicken. So who else would I like to meet? So I said. Oh, I think I had one more. I said John and Adam. I can't say that. You know what? I do want to meet this person because I gotta get in David's head. I want to meet Bathsheba.
Fair.
I gotta see what this woman looked like. It'll be different in heaven, you know what I mean? But I gotta and we'll still be able to admire each other's beauty, in my opinion, I think, right?
Yeah.
But it won't be a lustful thing, and I'm not trying to lust after no one besides my wife, you know what I mean? But I gotta see it, dog. Like, I gotta see it.
Yeah, it's like, was she that bad?
That's
that
what
David
I'm saying.
Had to go murder a man in cold blood
in war, dog.
In
war.
To
the front line.
For this one woman.
I gotta see.
Yeah, man, that was wild. I'm like, David, you were king. You could have had anyone, though.
Anybody, bro.
It had to be this one. You went that far
and
just to have this one.
Say he was handsome?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog.
He could have had anybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even like he had money, the title, and he was attractive. He was a handsome man, the Bible says.
Maybe his head got too big too. He was like, yeah, bro, I'm running this stuff now, man. I'm like the best, the best.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Send this joker to the front line. What?
He's like, this woman wants me. It's like, what? No. She never said. She never consented.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Did she? No. She didn't consent to the killing of her husband.
No. And she didn't probably want to marry him. No, but since he's king, no, she can't. She had no place to deny him.
True.
Because he's king. It's like, you deny the king, you're dead.
It's over.
Yeah.
He already killed my husband.
Yeah.
That's what she thinks. She thinks he already killed my husband. I don't know what this man about to do next.
Yeah, man. So you tell me what Bathsheba was going through, so I'll tell you what David was going through. We'll match our stories together here.
Wait, what you mean? Go ahead. Say it again.
Yeah, like you talked about Bathsheba, tell me what she was thinking about the whole thing. I'll talk about David, what was going on, and we'll come back with our stories where we convene and meet up and like, yo, bro,
so I found the tree of life. Dog. She said she was afraid, but then he was handsome, but and he had money, but she loved her husband, and it was a lot. She still had faith in God, but she was kind of questioning. She was going through it, man.
And she got stuck with him for so long. She actually fell in love with David after a while.
Dog, this. Let me segue a little bit. This is gonna be that's a crazy movie, bro. A crazy movie, dog. Why have we not got a David movie? Have we actually? No, right?
That'd be so wild, like for someone to just like make a movie about David, like how he was a hero, became like a villain, and then the whole movie was not even really about David. It was about Bathsheba, how she was captured by David because David wanted her, and then because of a horror movie per se, almost
like a thriller,
yeah,
like a psychological thriller,
yeah, man. And then also she falls in love with him, Stockholm syndrome or something.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie, man.
Right? And that movie goes for so long, though, because then they have kids, and then like one of David's sons tried to kill him for the kingdom and all that stuff.
Oh, true.
And then it just goes on and on from there.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, give me that movie. I'll take it.
Oh, dog, it's already a work in progress.
Yeah, make it as juicy as possible, bro. I want to see. I want all the tea.
Yes, yes. But yeah, man, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you got a question for me?
No.
So okay, let's talk about something we've talked about in the past.
Okay.
Let's talk about forgiveness. We both said last time we were working on it when we had that episode with Bianca that we would be working on it.
I don't forgive no one. Let's get
How have you been with your forgiveness?
Honestly, let's see. So my forgiveness, I really feel I've gotten a lot better with my forgiveness.
Okay.
I think my forgiveness is tested a lot when I'm on the road with people.
Oh, true.
Because like I'm not one to have a lot of road rage though, but I do get upset with people how they drive on the road.
Okay. Okay.
And even my girlfriend even attests to this though. She was saying like, you know, it's one thing to say things about people or whatever, or like not in the bad way, whatever though. But it's like, come on, man, you can do better than that though. Like that's more like my way of talking about people on the road now. Yeah. But like before, I was like, man, this idiot here, what think they doing, man? Get off the road.
Okay.
It's like call an Uber. You shouldn't even drive no more. You know.
Yeah.
Like I was going in.
Yeah. Fair.
But never cursing or nothing like that, or like calling anyone out of name though. But it was just like, you know, I'll just be saying like, oh, you can't drive and you get off the road.
Yeah.
Now it's like, come on, man, you gotta do better than that, man. It's like, oh, please use the blinker. You know.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. So I think I got a lot better just forgiving people on the road for making mistakes on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had no situation where someone like hurt me personally in a while. So it's like, you know, even if I did, it was never one of those things like I would forgive him immediately or that same day. Because I think like we were talking about too in that episode, like it depends what it was, how it happened, and how big it is to us. You know. So it's like it depends on that. It's like it's all those factors that make up the whole thing. If it was something small or whatever, I could forgive real quick.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know. Let's say a good friend of mine like steals my girlfriend or something like that though, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm ready to kill that man.
Yeah.
You know. But then it's like the same time, it's like, hey man, you Christian, you can't be going around trying to kill folks and stuff like that. And you gotta be forgiving. I'm like, I ain't forgiving for today.
Yeah.
But I will forgive.
Okay.
Just not today. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Going with that example. Is it ever okay to throw the hands? Is it ever okay as a Christian man to throw the hands?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Like what would be the oh yeah, it's okay to throw the hands kind of thing?
Like I'm trying to think what the situation would naturally be like, okay, it's okay, this is the time.
For me, I think to protect your family, it's okay to throw the hands.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're not gonna be able to just reason with somebody. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to
negotiate it too. Some men don't want reason. Some men just want to see the world burn.
The world burn. And that's it.
Yeah.
Bottom line. But I think like sometimes you have to throw the hands, like in that case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To protect your family. I'm not saying you gotta kill somebody, but you need to take the appropriate like actions to make sure your family's safeguarded.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. But
that's the only thing I can think of, honestly.
Well, someone just disrespects your wife or your girlfriend, like they like. It's not funny, but I saw it on a TikTok or a Vine or YouTube video. It's this big dude, And this small dude and his girl are walking together. And he slaps her in the butt.
Oh man, I seen that
It's a
too.
huge dude, and the guy's like, "Oh no, oh no!" Like in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like you still got to protect yours. That's literally like, you know what I'm saying, assaulting your wife or girlfriend,
Yeah.
so depending on, you know, however you want to take it, you know what I mean?
We'll definitely have a fist to cuff with words first.
Hey man, don't do that.
Right? That's not nice. Apologize.
Man, freak y'all.
No,
That's
honestly,
his response.
yeah, no. If honestly in real life though, if like someone did do that to my girlfriend, like I would probably throw hands first and ask questions later.
I think that's fair, man.
Yeah, but I mean, is that really the first answer we should be given though? Cause
You're saying Jesus would say turn the other cheek? No pun intended. I didn't mean it like that. It was the way you looked at me, dog. I thought you was...
No.
Okay, that's my fault, dog.
I'm weird. That's funny though. But I'm just thinking though, because it's like, yeah, I mean, he was turning your cheek though, but at the same time, though, it's like you're trying to defend your girlfriend or wife's honor,
Exactly.
and at the same time, that's like, I don't know, a jab at like your manliness, you know, like you don't really just let someone disrespect your wife like that or your girlfriend, and then you go really defend her honor, you know, like what could you do?
True.
Sometimes women they get in there, they like, honey, stay here, I got this.
That's true.
They handle
true.
it.
That's true.
Like I still want to handle my own or whatever though, but you know, it's
Yeah.
like because you know, let's face it, like if a woman comes talking to a man,
Okay.
say there's men of respect though, it's like in front of public though, like that man can't touch her. The moment he touches her, he's gonna get jumped by everyone.
You're saying if a woman comes at a man... Wait, one more time for me?
So the same scenario wherever.
So it's you who gets slapped in the butt.
Next. Is this where the line starts?
No.
Instead
It's
of
still
you.
her.
Okay.
But instead you trying to go after the dude to beat him up for what he did.
She goes after.
She goes after
Okay.
him.
Okay.
And so it's like, what's that dude gonna do?
He don't care. I think he gonna do something.
No, but I mean, he can't harm her in front of everybody.
He just did though.
Okay, slapping the butt though is not harmful, honestly. What, a tap? Like he said, you know, it's just like,
I'm saying that's psychologically. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess.
Whoa, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
But I mean, I feel it depends on what the woman thinks in their head though. If they think that's gonna be psychological damage to them, then sure, okay. But if they're going like, hey, no, you ain't gonna go over and do that, okay? I wanted an apology.
Okay.
You know, whatever. And then dude's not saying nothing, no, then it's like, hey, that's when us as a guy to jump. It's like, nah, it's like, you need to apologize to my wife or whatever, and blah, blah,
Okay,
blah.
okay.
And then hopefully some other people catch on. You know, especially with like the Me Too movement or whatever, they ain't gonna just let that just slide.
Yeah, but
That's it.
you gotta reach them at that point. You're just around random people.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and let's be honest, a lot of us have that mentality to where my name's Bennett, I ain't in it.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I'm minding my business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you may be around a whole bunch of people that just like, dang, you see that? He slapped her in the butt.
Yeah.
What's her husband or what's her man gonna do? Let's see. And
That's
then,
fair.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more to me, especially out here, dog, in SAC. I don't think you're getting a lot of people jumping up for you, dog.
Oh no.
You know
I
what
mean,
I
we
mean?
already know. Like our personal answer would be like instant fight on site.
Yeah.
Like I'm more trying to think of a way to talk around it. Maybe it's to not go the violent route there. But
Yeah.
like for us, it's like no, like it's just instant like fight.
Yeah.
No words needed.
Okay. Even if it was Tyrone Bickham's or whatever his name
Yeah,
was?
I don't care who it is.
Okay, nice, man. That's nice. I mean, I still think...
It could be Goliath himself, bro. I'm still throwing hands.
I mean, David brought him down, so yeah. You already know
Still,
what
it could
to
be
do.
Andre the Giant. It could be Big Show, bro.
okay,
Like
okay.
hands
So
on
it
site.
don't matter. Okay.
It don't matter.
Okay.
If I get beat, I get beat. But at least like I fought.
Yeah,
You know, I tried.
True. I think you have to, man. I genuinely, like, I know we were just talking about, like, so actually finish the question. So you think that God would want us not to do it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what should we do?
Try to find the answer
Maybe
though,
just
but
talk?
man, I guess.
I know he would say, okay, from a biblical standpoint, it's not an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You're supposed to turn the other cheek, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your brother, hurt you 77 times, forgive him 77 times. I misquoted that scripture, but that's essentially what it says. So I guess we're supposed to forgive him, but at the same time, I gotta say something, dog. And even what I say, like even the verbiage I'm gonna use at first may not be the best verbiage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You talking about the mother of my child? Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta say something, but as a man of God, you're right. I think we need to do words first. I think words need to be said first. We need to say it in the proper way. Hey man, hey, no. Like I think you can talk like you can get respectfully disrespectful on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, hey, come here, dog. Like, what's up, man? Like, you can't be touching my wife like that. You know what I'm saying? You can talk like that to me, because you ain't in that sentence, in that phrasing. I didn't say anything that was a sin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't cursing or nothing like that. But you, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta say it with your chest. Then I guess you're right. Then we throw the hands. I don't like that response, but again, this is a Christian podcast. Like I said, we ain't Bible scholars. Like we're imperfect. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to continue to grow. Genuinely, the man in me does not like that response to where I'm not allowed just to throw the hands. But the Christian in me is like, good job for not just instantly throwing the hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the other part, the other thing, I think is, depending on your wife, your girlfriend, they might just want you to throw the hands. Even there's some sisters in the church that might just want you to instantly be like, hey, why don't you just throw the hands at that man? You saw what he did to me. That hurt.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you just throw the hands? And then that's a conversation. But y'all gonna have to handle that later. But overall, I think you're right. Us as Christians gotta handle things differently.
Yeah, no, we do. And it's definitely hard though, because it's like, you know, as a man, you're like, you want to step in and show your strength, show your alpha, you know. So you want to choose the fight route.
Yeah.
You want to hurt the guy and be like, oh yeah, like I defeated him, you know, like he over trying to hurt my wife, whatever. It's like he could do nothing like that again. But at the same time though, it's like it could be the opposite. It's like, yeah, you do that though, but it's like, come on, man, like that wasn't the best grown up thing to do. It's like I'd rather just you talk to the man about it instead of fight.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we'll say you're out going to a fancy dinner with your wife, whatever. Now y'all getting kicked out, and that whole night is ruined because you fought. Instead of just talking to the dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different ways I think can
scenarios
go.
and stuff like that. Yeah. You're right. And again, in that example, we're just talking about someone being disrespectful to your wife. Maybe like a slap on you know what I mean? Like just flirting inappropriately, whatever. But yeah, you're right. I got another question for you. This started off as forgiveness, right? How are you forgiving? How are you when it comes to forgiving yourself?
Forgive myself.
Yeah.
I definitely could say I've gotten a lot better with that.
Okay.
Because oftentimes when I mess up, whether it's sin or just something I wanted to achieve and I didn't do good the way I wanted to, I tend to used to wallow in my anger of myself. I would do negative self-talk, and I would just kind of either keep redoing the same thing over again. It's like, well, I messed up once, that's it. Now I'm just gonna keep messing up.
True.
Or just do nothing and just be there, you know. Instead of trying to get past it, like, hey man, it's okay, you're human, you make mistakes, let's move on. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better on just to learn to forgive myself and kind of move on past it.
Okay.
But I still keep the back of my head like, hey, this was what made it happen like this. Like, make sure it doesn't get in this situation like that again, and let's keep moving forward.
Okay.
So I guess I'm trying to look more, have a little bit better forward thinking of the situation and rise above it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I think forgiveness in general, we've already talked about it. It's a tough topic to talk about. When it comes to forgiving yourself, it has to do also with like what I was saying earlier about the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just remembering that everyone except for two people in the Bible were sinless. Sorry, everyone in the Bible except for two people sinned. Those two people, again, Jesus and Enoch, right? So when you are thinking about you messing up, just remember the most, how can you say, like, prolific figures in the Bible sinned. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Every writer in the Bible, literally everyone who wrote scripture, sinned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm talking about like the authors of the Bible, like Genesis, Moses wrote that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Obviously we know Jesus made laws and stuff like that, right? I'm not talking about that. But Moses sinned, bro. Paul, Peter, James, John, all these people sinned. So when you get on yourself for sinning, you're doing yourself, again, I like my favorite word, disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice because you're not allowing that to help you grow. And forgiving yourself is hard because you want to be better, but it's all about the growth behind it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That sin was a mistake. And by that, I mean, you allowed yourself to sin. You allowed yourself to fall for that pit trap, that pitfall, right? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to get better? That's what really defines those who are great versus those who are average, those people who refuse to grow. True. It's the change within them. Mm-hmm. That's what and that's something I've really been on recently, is those hardest moments in which you're looking in the mirror and you're crying, you're upset, you're angry with yourself for sinning, you're angry at yourself for hurting someone you love, betraying their trust, you're angry at yourself for falling for something you know you should not fall for. Mm-hmm. It's what you do in those moments that define you. It's not the mistake itself. Mm-hmm. It's how you grow, you know what I mean? And again, we mentioned Jermaine Cole, there it is. Okay. We mentioned, J. Cole a lot, but he talked about in that documentary I sent you, talking about how he had become complacent, not content. He had become complacent with his growth as an artist. And that's where a lot of people, once they hit the peak, once they hit like J. Cole status, like I'm at the top of my game, they fall off because they refuse to continue working on their craft. Mm-hmm. That's why the Michael Jacksons of the world stayed at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Princes, that's why they weren't one-hit wonders. They used God's gift, they cultivated it, and they continue to work. Mm-hmm. And they surrounded themselves, something else is with people who are working on themselves, people who are working on their craft. You know what I'm saying? MJ was working with the best producers. Justin Timberlake's best albums are with Timbaland, one of the best producers. You can't be at the top and you working with people who are average. You need to be working with people who are at the top as well. Your friends will define how far you go, because you cannot grow with people who are not growing within themselves. Mm-hmm. That's why this podcast is so good. That's why Blake and I have grown throughout the years, because I see this man working on himself, and that motivates me. He sees me working on myself. That motivates him. Yeah. That's how it works. And we talk about good stuff. We talk about Christian stuff. We talk about, again, we've talked about how, dang, man, I'm feeling really angry right now. Or, dang, man, I want to have sex and I'm not married yet. Or this and that. We've talked about these things, and these conversations have allowed us to cultivate true growth with each other, in ourselves, and most importantly, in God. You see what I'm saying? That's what you really have to do. So that mistake you made, you gotta get past it, get to the realness behind it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's something a lot of people are afraid to do. What's holding you back, bro? What's holding you back, dog?
My fear of failure.
Okay. Okay.
That was probably my quickest answers ever, though. But it's on my mind because how can I put this? So I never really told anyone except probably my girlfriend and probably my parents, whatever, though. But like, I think I told you about this too, though. Like so I graduated college last year. Yes.
Congratulations, brother. That was great. That was great.
Thank you.
Blood, sweat, and tears in that one, for sure.
And as many college students know, like, college, it has its difficulties, sure. But the hardest part of college is getting that stupid career job right after you get out of school. Okay. And so, I get anxiety when I apply for jobs, because when I'm looking for jobs, I always keep going back to what I was first trying to get a job after high school, and how hard I fought trying to get a job. For 2 years, I was looking for a job, day in, day out, trying to find something, and I was never getting interviews or hired because I didn't have no experience. And it's like, I got some stuff. It's like, I could use computers, I could type this fast, I could do this and that and that. But they're like, oh, that's not enough. We need someone who could do cash register or has customer service. And I'm like, bro, but how can I get that if no one's not giving me the chance or the opportunity to even grow?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And so now I'm kind of facing the same thing again with my degree, trying to get into web design. It's like, yeah, I'm practicing a little bit here, and like, granted, I'm like, want to be further along than I am right now, though. But you know, life gets in the way sometimes. You have the other priorities and stuff, and it's like, all right, I'm trying to apply for these jobs. So you got all these programs you know from school and everything. You're like, all right, cool, I got enough. I feel confident enough. I can go get to these jobs. You go to the job website trying to apply for these jobs. You see the first 3 or 4 that you learn in school. You're like, all right, cool, and all of a sudden there's like 6 more other ones you ain't never seen or heard from before. And you're like, what is this? Like, yeah, I preferably want you to have like 3 or 4 years experience in these. You're like, is this not entry level? Like, what?
Sheesh.
And it's like, you know, then it's like, when you keep seeing that over and over and over again, and then you never get one phone call, one interview for none of these jobs at all, and you're like, it gets discouraging. And then like, I'm back to that man and said, like, man, it's like, I'm not getting any experience. What can I do to get experience? And everyone's like, oh, go for internships and everything. But I'm like, bro, I'm at a time right now where I can't afford to not have money coming in at all. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I need something. Like, I don't care how low grade it is. I need something to just get me closer in.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, you're constantly working. And so I get anxiety when I apply for jobs a lot of times. And so a lot of times now I have to stop everything I'm doing sometimes, just close the laptop even, and pray on the spot.
Yeah.
Because if I allow my anxiety to get over on me, it's going to hold me back for even applying for those jobs. If I allow my fear of or lack of knowledge get in the way of these jobs, whatever, I'll never apply for no job.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh yeah, then all people say, oh, but you apply for jobs, right? How's that been going? Like, I'll sit there and lie, like, oh, you guys been going good, but I hadn't applied for like 6 months or something, you know, something crazy, because I'm so scared of it, you know. And that was a thing, like the remainder of last year when I got out of school, and at the same time too, I was even tired. I was like, bro, like, I just got out of school, like, I want to celebrate, can't celebrate because of COVID, so it's like that I'm really tired, and it's like I'm still going to work day in, day out. Nothing to show hope for it that I graduated. And it's like, yeah, I got my, you know, my degree and everything, though, but it's just like, I didn't really have no large party with all my friends and family that supported me. You know, I had a handful of friends that came by, like, hey, man, congratulations, you know, and stuff like that. They gave pat the back, and that's it. But it's like, yeah, it's cool, but y'all got someone losing a job? Like,
true.
You know, it's like, you know, someone who needs a website who's willing to pay for it?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I'm willing to help. So, but that was one of the biggest things that was holding me back. Nowadays, it's not holding me back as much now.
Okay.
Because, you know, I tell people about these fears, and so now they're holding me accountable, like, hey, Blake, did you do some applications this week? Like, how many did you do? What place specifically? What else do you need that you think you could probably help you? It's like, do you need someone else to call or whatever that could probably help you out who has a little more experience ahead of you? It's like, hey, or someone like, hey, here's this person's number, give them a call, that might be able to help you out, you know? And so now I'm getting more networking, better people and stuff like that, and this is all because I kept, like, always praying about this.
Yes.
To get rid of that fear, of that anxiety of it, and actually follow through, but also allow God to just keep pushing me and he's going to open doors for me. And so I'm trying to trust God more each and every moment of this process, this transition, so I can be ready for the next challenge to come.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you hit the nail on the head when you talked about the anxiety and the prayer working. It's not that God just gave you a job, or at least within your career field, right? He didn't just bless you. It's like, all right, you got the job now.
Yeah.
Thank you for your prayer, son. He said, no, you're not getting the job yet. I need you to work within yourself. I need you to plan. I need you to have faith in me. I need you to work at this. And I need you to grow past your fear and holding it back and talk to people.
Yeah.
I need you to get past that, because if you are not able to open up about your fears, people cannot open up about their fears to you.
Yeah.
So not only are you growing, people will be growing with you, and one day I will bless you with that job after you continue to put in that dedication.
Yeah.
So your craft, to growing, to putting in the applications, to learning. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's something that people forget along the way.
Yeah.
We said this 1,000 times. God's not a genie, so we have to understand that the way he answers our prayers is entirely different than, Aladdin, Robin Williams, you know what I'm saying? Your wish is my command. No,
R.I.P.
you know what I mean? For real. But I was about to say something. I don't even want to talk about that. Just remind me. We want to talk about it later.
I don't know what you're talking about, though.
Just say Robin Williams. I'll remember.
Okay.
But
Robin Williams.
Oh, so yeah. Anyway, what I was about to say. But no, for real though, like I think people get that in their mind that God's going to answer their prayers the way they want them to answer the prayers, and that's rarely going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be a straight path, not realizing it's going to have this roadblock here. You're going to have to take an immediate right. You have to take an immediate left right after that immediate right, and that you only went 2 miles or like 2 steps. You know what I'm saying? But after that 2 steps, your thighs are ready, your legs are ready, your back's ready, you're physically ready for the next 1.5 miles. You know what I'm saying? That you would not have been ready for had you not taken those 2 hard immediate steps. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's God preparing you for something. Not only you, again, we said this before, but our lives are not just for us. It's for a multitude of people, a multitude of reasons. You know what I mean? So I think you made like your story was amazing, bro, because it literally showed why God answers our prayers in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have wanted just a job. You would love to have that job right now, but you wouldn't be able to say you were so close to your girlfriend right now because she's motivating you to do better. Like, hey, babe, don't forget to put in those applications. Don't forget, you gotta love you, yada yada. However you guys talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever else your friends are, and your family, whoever is helping you, you know what I'm saying? You're able to be transparent with them, you know what I mean? If he would just giving you the job, you wouldn't be able to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's, truth be told, I don't think I came at anyone in a minute. Let me get a little messy with it. I think it's selfish when we limit God. I think it's selfish when we want things to be our way all the time, because we're not realizing that God has a master plan, and we are only a little speck within that plan. And once we give up on God, once we give up on ourselves, and we throw away, man, I don't ever want to do this anymore because it hasn't gone my way yet.
Right.
You're putting someone else at a disadvantage because you were supposed to keep going so your story can be more impactful. Or you're supposed to run into person B and then you're supposed to impact them directly. You know what I'm saying? So when you give up on yourself, when you give up on God, you're giving up on someone you haven't met yet or someone you have met yet. And you're just giving up, and that's never okay, bro. Like, I've literally been to like the darkest like recesses of my mind, bro. Like, I've been to the point where I don't want to be on this earth anymore. And it took you, bro, my family, like my now wife, you know what I'm saying, to keep me going, you know what I mean? It took me digging like past all that, because we told the story of me putting on the clown makeup, and saying, like, after Blake gave me good advice, saying, I love her, and like wanting someone who didn't care about me, you know what I mean? It took me getting past that to get to this next level, to where we're having this ParablePreacher podcast, you know what I'm saying? So where I have things in the workings, you know what I'm saying? It took me putting in blood, sweat, and literal tears, you know what I'm saying? All three, like, literally, to get here. And I'm not even where I want to be, but I'm glad I'm here, you know what I mean? So that's why I talk so passionately about this, because it is selfish when we want to give up. And it comes from a place of pure pain, agony, sadness. So I understand that. But that's where, like Blake said, we pray and we accept that God has us no matter what, being content no matter what, being, well fed, you're good, being starving, you're not good and you need help, you know what I'm saying? Being in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? Or being up on the house on the hill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be content no matter what, because it can be taken away, it can be given. But either way, you got to know God has your back no matter what. So I genuinely think that we need to stop being so selfish and giving up. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's hard, but again, what if Saul didn't become Saul or Paul? You know what I mean? I think I said that last episode, this episode. I can't remember. You know, it's just some knowledge for y'all. I don't think I want to talk about that Robin Williams thing. Anyway, what I was about to say was that, oh dang, I can't wait to talk to Robin Williams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
And it has to do, I mean, that kind of coincides with giving up. Not to talk bad about the dead, but that's why it's important that we go to God, you know what I mean? And we show appreciation and love for him, because no matter how dark it is, it's never dark enough to give up on yourself, especially in that way. Let me get a question. You got a question for me, though?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
What about that one time?
Nah.
Not that one time?
Nah. I did want to say one thing, though.
Okay.
So, because you were talking about contentment, and
Yes, sir.
I know what a lot of people were saying or may think about what contentment. They're like, well, okay, that's sure. So contentment is not just floating. So, like, how does one find contentment? And that was a question I was asking myself, even when you asked me about it, and I was like, no, I'm actually content right now. And it's not saying like everything in life is gonna be perfect. Like there's always gonna be something that you want to tweak in your life, or there's gonna be something that's not working well, you know. Finding contentment, at least for me, what worked out for me, is really in my prayers. I am trying to be more thankful. Like I'm mentally make a list of things that I'm thankful for, and it could be the smallest thing, it could be the biggest thing. And one of the things I was just thinking about, I was like, man, I'm really thankful for having good health. Like through this whole time with COVID, whatever, I never gotten sick once or anything, you know, right?
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
That's a blessing.
I'm thankful that I was still working all the way during COVID. Like there was never a moment where I just stopped working for like months or periods at a time.
Yeah.
I was still working week to week that whole time. You know, I'm thankful to have finished school during COVID. My school could easily just shut the doors down. I've been finishing school this year, and I've been even more behind on trying to get my career started. You know, I'm thankful for my girlfriend when she came in when she did. Like she is a very strong, faithful woman, and she's been keeping me on my toes a lot. So that's been cool too. I'm thankful to have a family on my mom's side, my dad's side, who both love me. You know, like heavily they love me. I'm thankful for all my friends that care for me. I'm thankful for my friends that hit me up every once in a while, like, hey man, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while though. What's been new? You know, just small talk, whatever though, but they're checking in on me and they're, you know, caring for me. You know, I'm just thankful to see, you know, you get married. I'm just thankful to see a couple of our other friends get married. I'm thankful to see the first child of one of my friends.
Hey.
I'm thankful to see the second child of one of my friends. I'm thankful Lord willing to see your child, bro. Like, you know? And it's like there's just so many little things I try to be more thankful of about, and I even mention it in each of my prayers every morning. And it's like it just gets in the mindset, like, you know what? You're in a good spot. Like, despite where you're trying to go, what stresses you might be going through right now, like, you are still in a good spot right now. Like, yeah, you may be not in that job you want. You may not be married. You may not have your own place like you want, you know? But, like, you are in a spot right now where, like, you're content. Like, you have enough money to like, buy things whenever you want it, pay your bills while having to ask mom and dad for money. You got a working car that doesn't have any issues, you know? You're able to drive anywhere you want to go. You're able to see your girlfriend whenever you pretty much want when you're not working, you know? And it's like, a lot of people always think about the next thing they get, though, but they don't really take the time to look back and like, hey man, look how far I've came and look where I'm at now. Like, I really gotten far, and really just like take that moment and just take it all in and live in that moment that you have, you know? Appreciate what you have. And like,
True.
our society is always trying to push us to find the newest item. It's like life is like the new iPhone, bro. Like, once you get the one, get ready for the next one, you know? But it's like, no, take the time to enjoy that phone. Enjoy that moment in life, you know? Enjoy that 30th birthday. Enjoy that 50th. It ain't gonna come again. You only gonna have that one time. Life is literally an iPhone.
Yeah, no,
if you
you're
look
right.
at it.
You're right. And you never realize how good it was until it's gone.
Exactly.
Like I love my iPhone 11 and 12, whatever. But the 6 was cool, dog.
I like
the
it.
6 was
I
cool.
like the 5. I like the 5.
Aren't they were very similar though, the 5 and 6, right? Like
They were.
style-wise,
I think it was
right?
just a size difference. I think.
Oh yeah. 6 might have been like
Yeah.
a little bit bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I miss that, man. Like these phones are cool, but I love the bulkiness of the 6 of the 4, dog. Like, and it was just something so nice about it being so simplistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love the new features and everything. I love the new camera, but it was simplistic, man. And you never, like you were saying, you don't realize how good it is until you get the next one, and you're like, dang, I like this too. But then you kind of start thinking about the past. You're like, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah. Like, I still miss the PS2, bro. Like, forget about PS5, PS4. I miss the PS2 still.
Okay.
Like,
For
I
me, it's
miss
the
the
GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah,
man, good times. Like the Switch, I love that thing to death. I'm on that thing a lot though. But the GameCube, there was just something nostalgic about it though, because you knew if you had that thing on and you had some friends over, you were just in for a good time for the rest of the day.
Have a good time.
Yeah, it didn't matter what the game was.
Yes.
It was Super Monkey Ball. Even if I didn't, I might have been playing with you guys though, but I had fun just being in the room with you guys when I was playing it.
Seeing the anger.
Yeah, and the hype.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, man, good times, man. It's good
For
stuff.
sure. You know what other days I miss, bro? 360. We've talked about it in the past, but those were just some.
Xbox 360.
Those were some good times.
Man, the days when I was still playing Call of Duty religiously.
Yes.
Nightly, bro. We'd be up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
It'd be like
man.
you, me, and like 4 more of our other friends or more. Whole lobby full of us, man. And we come in for a whole squad. I remember we had the same gamer tags almost.
We had the
Yeah.
clan tag. Yeah, man.
man.
Those were some fun times.
We didn't lose many games either, though. We won a lot of games with us together.
We were cool. And we got some good stories off of that Bouncing Betty story.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
That was cool. That was funny. That was funny. So, dang, you clutched it, bro.
I cleared up the whole map, bro.
So we were down, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta tell the story. So if you don't know Call of Duty, you know it's a war, it's a first-person shooter, right? So we were playing this.
Destroy.
Yeah, we were playing Search and Destroy, which means once you die, you're out for that round. So it's 6 versus 6. Everyone else in the lobby is dead. And Blake's the only one left. And mind you, he doesn't like Search and Destroy. 2, he doesn't like the map we're on. Like, he thought it was decent, but it wasn't one of his like best maps. You know what I mean? I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, it was not one of the best maps. It was one of the worst maps, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So everyone's like, oh man, this man's dead.
Yes. So and the worst part, not the worst part, but yeah, the worst part about it is once you're dead, you go to a separate like comm lobby to where everyone who's dead can hear you, but the people who are alive cannot. So Blake has no idea where any of the other enemies are. We cannot communicate with him as a team, and he's by himself. I don't know what this man was thinking. To this day, I don't know what he's thinking. I just remember he was in like a little, like, it was like a stairway. He's just sitting there for like a few seconds, dog. I'm like, it's over, bro. Because again, we can't talk to this man. So I had no idea what he's thinking. But he killed his 1 on 4 or 5. I think it might be 5. Maybe 4.
Maybe
4 or 5, right? He clutches it. He kills one after one. Someone runs past him. And then someone else, they start creeping. Got him. He starts killing them. I'm like, oh, let's go.
But the last one was the best one though, because like he was in the corner where like most people camp out. I jump shot at him and caught him.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was running. I went,
how did you know that? Because I don't. To this day, I don't know how you just had a feeling or
well, because we
what.
played that map enough that like most people know there's always some dude camping there. And
Especially that's where the bomb's at. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna blind fire because that's like the only spot they're gonna be at, unless they're just behind the other side of the wall. And I was like, if they're on the other side of the wall, they got me. But if they're right there, I may get him.
True. You took a calculated risk and it paid off.
Yep.
You just think about that calculated risk. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't miss a single shot either.
No.
So for a blind shot, that was perfection.
Every hit I threw out there, each one hit. It was like what was
burst?
No, I don't think it was a burst because I had the P90 though.
Okay.
Silencer too. But what was? Because it was search and destroy though, but it was hardcore. So it's like you would need like 1 or 2 bullets to drop someone.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter because I think I didn't have nothing crazy. I just had the basic setup too. It was like get the silencer, get like where your footsteps are silent, and then
dead silence.
and I had what was it when we get ammo when you run by someone's dead body, whatever.
Scavenger.
Yeah, so I was like throwing smoke bombs and random other stuff. I was just going ape.
Man. So he clutched it, bro. After that fire jump shot, bro. That blind jump shot, he clutched it. So he's about, like, he's doing his dance. Dante and I are going crazy in chat. We said, let's go, baby. So we going crazy. And then there's a bouncing Betty. It's an explosive, right? A bouncing Betty, it means it lays down on the floor. It goes, whoop, and it explodes in the air, essentially. It goes whoosh, and just explodes in the air.
The only way you can dodge is either shoot it or drop down to the floor.
Down. So the bouncing Betty's here, bro. Let me show y'all. So look, the bouncing Betty is the mic, right? Right there. And then this man Blake sees it like a meter away, like 3 feet away. He goes up to it and shoots.
What are you aiming at?
Full circle around it, y'all.
A full circle around it. And Dante and I are like, oh no, get down. And he dies.
And you know the sad part too?
He died.
Right? Because I hit fired it. I wasn't aiming at it. That was the first mistake I did. I should have aimed at it because all the shots I did were all aimed.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, I hit fired up, and since I had the low recoil one, my gun, and you know how the peanut is. If you were not aiming with it, you're gonna be spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be You're gonna be missing all the shots. And I'm like, in my head, I missed all those shots right there. And like, as I'm thinking, I'm pushing the button for my dude to crouch down. And like, he got on his knees, but he go all the way prone to the floor.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it was too late, and I was just like, and like before you guys came to the lobby and hurt me again, I was just like, in my head, I'm like, man, but I'm about to get roasted. And that's immediately you guys say, Blake, what the freak was that? What happened? You had it, bro. You took everyone. They gave you the works, bro, and you took everything. Yes. And you gave him nothing, and you died to a bouncing Betty. Of all the things, and even the other guys in the other team who lost, they're like, bro, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
It's like, we thought here you were God mode or whatever. We can't even touch you. Didn't even hear you coming half the time, and then like I think I knifed one dude or something like that. It was just random.
Did. Or no. You had the riot shield.
It was my second. It was my secondary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Hit him with the riot shield.
And I walked up to him and slowed him. He was upset. He's like, because I think he tried to throw a grenade or something.
Yeah,
but he had
tried
nothing.
to get you, but he couldn't get you, and then you.
Yep. I did. Got everything, bro. It was.
My goodness.
Man. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Man.
I'll never forget that night too.
Yeah.
I don't think I played that good the rest of the night too. That broke me.
That kind of defeated you, man.
They're like, wait, what's the story about Blake, man? He's like, man, the man who could clutch any game, bro. He had it all until the bouncing Betty came.
Yeah, for real. Man, that was crazy. But yeah, man, I miss those times too. It's just about getting back to, you know what I mean, to enjoying the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for me and Tiff, you know, we want Gianna to be here, and by the time you guys watch the video again, Lord's willing, she will. But we gotta enjoy the moments in which, you know, we're able to feel Tiffany's stomach and then feel a kick, and like you can tell when she's like balled up or something like that. It's crazy, like the way God worked like the female anatomy, you know what I'm saying? To be this vessel for life, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. It's a trying thing, you know, goes through a lot of ups and downs, but it's beautiful. And if we're just looking forward to, oh wait, I can't wait until I see her, then we're not going to enjoy to where she's not here, not like we're happy she's not here, but she's there and she, you know what I'm saying? It's a totally different stage of life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not everyone gets to experience that. So yeah, you just gotta enjoy the moments when you can find them. But getting back to your other point, I gotta share this story. So I remember you were saying something about everything that you're able to enjoy, everything you're grateful for, right? I just want to give advice to people who feel like they don't have that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For people who are looking for contentment during their darkest times. Should I even share that story? Yeah, you know what? I will. There was a time in which I've shared one of my darkest times, but relatively recently. And the people we know are going to be able to assume, but this is confirmation because there have been no leaks, because I've only told you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That sounded like a soundbite. That was perfect. He's like, that was perfection. You, my wife, and immediate family. So there was a time in which I had gone through a lot within my relationship with my wife, and I was not handling things the best way. I was not the man I should have been for her. I mean, and she wasn't my wife at the time; she was my girlfriend. But again, I wasn't handling things the best way because I had stresses on the job. You know what I mean? I had just not been fired, but let go due to closing of a branch. You remember that? So instead of being the faithful man that I was and realizing how blessed I was, for some reason I internalized it and took it upon myself to think like, if only I had done better as a performer, if only I had talked to more people, got more credit cards, more equity loans, we wouldn't have closed. It's my fault. What could I have done better to not lose this job? So I internalized it. I went to like a dark place within my mental, and I wasn't there for my wife the way I should have been. So whenever we were getting into arguments, and that's normal. Again, arguments are normal. If you're in a relationship and you're afraid of getting into an argument, just realize again, it's not what you're doing in the like why you're arguing, is about what you're doing, how you overcome that. Why you're arguing is important, but make sure that you guys come out of it strong. You know what I'm saying? You handle it the right way. I wasn't doing that at that time. I knew how to, but again, I was fighting my own demons, which is why you're supposed to love yourself, work on yourself, continue to grow within yourself before you can take care of someone else. Because if you're too busy fighting your own demons, it doesn't matter what your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family says. You're not listening to that because your mental's not there. Yep. So it's important that you fix your mental. Just make sure that you're not fighting your own demons while you're trying to support a family. And even if you are, that's going to happen in life. It's about, again, adjusting to get closer to God, closer to your family, and realize that this is just one moment within a long lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Lord is willing. And even looking back at your previous things, you realize that you've gone past it, right? But I wasn't handling things the way I should have been. I wasn't able to take care of my own bills the way I should have been. I was just kind of blowing my money, not caring about stuff, and it was just a dark time for me. So I ended up. So to me, I believe in therapy. I believe in talking to people. I believe in getting help, not only for your physical and your spiritual, but for your mental. So it's okay to me, you know what I'm saying? This is just for me to go to therapy. I think that's important. And that's something my wife and I agreed upon for my mental. Again, she was my girlfriend at the time. We were building, good spiritual guidance and stuff like that. Good foundation. So we got closer to God. I was doing more in the church. I was getting closer to her and getting better within myself, and I was going to therapy. But I wasn't, again, I was taking care of the bills was like the last thing I was worried about. I had just realized like, okay, I got to do that too, because it wasn't on my mind. I was going through a lot. I ended up losing my car. So I had lost the car. I had felt like a failure as a boyfriend, a failure as a Christian man. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, and you were there for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was able to talk to you, but at that moment in time, it was extremely hard to be content when I'm again at another rock bottom. I had already gotten past my last rock bottom, but again, it's like you were saying, you get flashbacks to those old days. You're like, dang, I thought I was past this. Why am I going through this again? What lesson do I need to learn again? You know what I'm saying? I thought I was cool. So I lost my car. My wife was still there for me. My family was there. Oh, and the reason, the other thing that got me was I was actually, again, I had realized I needed to take care of it. So unfortunately I had lost, like something happened to my bank account, like due to fraud. So I had to withdraw my money out or something like that. Yeah. They had played me like my bank was trash, bro. So I had to pull out the money. And I ended up getting my wallet ended up being stolen. While I was at therapy trying to get better at my mental, bro. So that and then I lost my car a few days after that, and that was the money I was supposed to use for my bill. And people may be saying, well, you should have done better. Yeah, I know I should have. I'm better now, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to, like we say with Peter, it's easier to say, come on, Peter, you said you weren't gonna deny it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's easy to say that, and then we all learn a different lesson or a different time and yada yada, right? But it was hard to be content in that moment because I'm one thing after another, and it all came from me internalizing my own stuff, me not going to God, and even when I went to God, trying to solve it my way. So I had to learn that in order to be truly content the way Paul was, and I had already loved that scripture, that in Philippians 4:6-8, I hadn't really understood that the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, was going to guide me to work harder, to put my priorities straight, to not internalize things, to make me realize that it wasn't my fault, to be a better man, you know what I'm saying? All these different things. I had internalized it to he's going to be a genie at that point, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I'm able to say that. So no matter what, it's like Blake was saying, you need to look at the smallest things. I had to realize that, yeah, I lost my car, thousands of dollars, like a whole bunch of money, like all this stuff like had happened to me, and I had hit rock bottom, but I was alive to hit rock bottom, and it's not going to get worse, you know what I'm saying? Even if it does get worse, my mom was like, look, you have nowhere to go but up from here, you know what I'm saying? My girlfriend, my now wife, was like, look, I'm here for you. Next time I ask for help, you don't have to internalize things. Look, I'm here for you. You don't have to do it all on your own. If you want to build a family with me, and I know you do, we got to work as a team. You got to work with God. You see what I'm saying? So all these things helped me realize that, look, I don't have a lot right now when it comes to materials, but I have a lot when it comes to family. Yeah. And even if you don't have a lot when it comes to family, you're alive. Whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're able to be walking, whether you're using crutches, whether you're getting to work through a car, the bus, whatever it is. You gotta, you just gotta take every small thing and not take it for granted. You gotta realize that's a blessing. You know what I mean? Yep. So I think that's just important as you go through, you know, the remainder of this week, the remainder of our day, as we stand and sing a song of invitation. No, but for real though,
he's done.
I just think that's important. So before we close out, bro, one question, actually maybe two. Okay. We were talking about 360 days. Have you reached out?
You're right.
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay. Me either. And I think I'm gonna set an alarm next time we have an episode, because it's season finale. I'm going to be able to say that I reached out to some people in which we have not had contact with, who have fallen away, some people who, you know, may have been going through what I've been going through, but again, they didn't have a Blake, they didn't have a mom who encouraged them to stay in the church, or yada yada, whatever it is. And it's up to us to do that for people, you know what I mean? So I think something I'm recommending is that you reach out to somebody, someone you love, a friend, a family member. Don't reach out to the ex that you're contemplating. I'm sorry, don't do that. I gotta say that because we know people do that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, God put that ex in my life for a reason. I gotta do it, man. I can save her soul, man.
It's like pass them on to someone else.
Yes, thank you. That's the way to do it, right? Yeah. Like, pray for them.
Yeah.
That person's an ex for a reason. Don't reach out to the ex. But anyway, reach out to somebody and help them out. So that's something I'm recommending. I think that's all the questions I got for you, dog. Well, any other topics that like we kind of haven't talked about within the season in the recap?
Honestly, for the topics that we went forward this season, I would just recommend you guys to go watch them, because I feel we really went in depth on a lot of those. Like, we really spent some time on those topics. Just talking about it. Like, I really felt we just left it on the table with those ones.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing much more to add. I mean, obviously, if you have a different perspective, then that's like, you know, that's something more for you. You're getting more out of that topic.
Yes.
And I guess going for recommendations from me, I don't really have much, but besides what I mentioned earlier, though, is like pray each day, each moment you can, and really be thankful for what you have. Like, and even if you're praying is not enough, write down the things in your life that you're thankful for. Like, put it in a notebook, write it all down, and then write all the things that you want in your life as well. Because I think and feel that when you are writing about the things you're thankful for in your life, you will look at your day-to-day life differently, and the things you want in life, you're going to see that if it's a huge priority or a low priority, and if it's even something you really need to keep in your life or a life goal you should have.
Okay.
And this gives you a good visual too, like where you're putting yourself to. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think I agree with that. I would just say, go for your goals, man. Like achieve what you want. There's a song. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. But no, I mean it's not a song. It's not. I'm not telling you to listen to the song. I'm telling you to listen to this part. He's saying, go after what you want to go after. It's a luxury in this life. You know what I'm saying? There are some people who can't do that, but because of like physical limitations, yada yada. But adapt and come up with a new goal and chase it, man. Like, again, I don't believe we're on this planet just to be bench warmers, just to settle for things. And truthfully, honestly, I don't think we're supposed to, like, unless you like your job, find something you love and just really do it. I don't think you need to be working that 9 to 5 at McDonald's if it's bringing you all that stress. Yes, you need to bring in the money. Yes, you need to do that. But I'm going to say this. I don't think God put you on this life to stress yourself over minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Go to college. Write a book. Whatever you want to do, achieve it, man. If you keep God first, you're going to be okay to do whatever you want to do. And by that, I mean, you need to realize that maybe not everyone's supposed to be a movie star. Not everyone's supposed to be Michael B. Jordan, Zendaya, all these other people, right?
Yeah.
But you're on this planet for a reason, and you just stressing yourself out and hating your job and hating your life is not that reason. So get out there, achieve your goals, achieve your dreams, and make it a reality.
Do it.
That's what I'm saying. And with that, I think we're done. Just remember that I love you, God loves you, and this was the season finale of the ParablePreacher podcast. Yeet. Plus.
All right, guys. Well, he said it for y'all. That's it. So don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Follow us on YouTube. We got the new content there every week. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the ParablePreacher.com website, where you get the latest updates of any blogs, any of our podcast episodes in audio form and visual form. So, yeah.
Yes. All right, y'all. Bye. No, I'm joking. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Peace.